Hello, my name is Dante Renee, and welcome to the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more. Like tonight's film, this is 1981's Honey. 1981's Honey. And this is something that I came across a couple years ago, just recommended through something else on maybe the Diabolic website, Diabolic DVD, and it's put out by Raro, which is, I believe, a sublabel of Kino Lorber, and I never heard of this film before. It's presented by Tony DiCarlo, and it's the lead who plays the lead character Annie is Cleo Goldsmith. Let me tell you something. She might be one of my favorite girls in a movie ever. Absolutely incredible. This is a picture of her in the back here. There's some glare, but right there. Directed by, I'm going to screw this up, Gianfranco Angelucci. Never heard of that director before, but that doesn't mean anything. This is 1981's Honey. I've seen it 2 times in the past couple years, and it's easily become like one of my favorite movies. It's something that really means a lot to me. So you're going to see my eyes divert here because I do have some notes that I have taken. Musically, we have jazzy, skipping, show, sexy vibes. Those are the words that kind of came to my head when I was thinking of the music, like skipping, show, sexy vibes. And we have a nude painting. Then all of a sudden, suspenseful, dark music erupts into the film. Like that this movie is something that I'm not totally prepared for or aware of. The beginning of this movie, you're not exactly certain what you're in store for, and that just continues. You're not certain of the genre, you're not certain of the vibe, the feeling, and the changing in music and imagery in the first 5 to 10 minutes of this film really hit that home with you. That this is not going to be what you think it might be. A movie called Honey, and it has a girl, walking into a bathtub here on the cover. You think, oh, this is going to be some, hazy, erotic sexploitation film. This is going to be really something, along the lines of the great, hazy 1980s sexploitation films. It couldn't be further from the truth, folks. Okay? It's not, the first 5 to 10 minutes, what is happening? What kind of movie will this be? Am I being played with? You'll soon find out that you are being played with more than once. We have thematic elements of manuscripts, which almost in a way turn the movie in on itself, in some way breaking the fourth wall, as they say. A guest house. Now, if you've heard me speak a few times in this channel, I love old dark houses. I love castles. I love mansions. I love inns, but I also love, guest houses. Like in the movie Daughters of Darkness, I love them when they're off season. I also I love them, it's cold outside or winter, but I also love when it's like a off-season beach town, or like The Birds Part 2 and stuff like that. But anyways, or The Birds 1. We have a gun in here, the threat of violence, a visitor, a mysterious visitor, an unannounced visitor, a story within a story, a journey within a journey, almost a wonderland of sorts. Dramatic, mysterious music starts to erupt. An intriguing pianoscape of darkness and the unknown, almost like a magic music box. You see eyes behind a tree or foliage, mirrors, hiding and peeking and seeking. The eroticism of brushing hair. Jess Franco-like sitar music. Rooms and hallways and guests like that movie Private Parts that I looked at on this YouTube page years ago from, I believe, 1972 with Anne Ryman, directed by Paul Bartel. Yeah. Definitely. A foggy bathroom. An older woman with huge, amazing boobs. Natural. Seriously, maybe the best I've ever seen. Seriously, Russ Meyer, eat your heart out. I don't know who this lady is. She looks like an older Italian woman. Unbelievable. She's pale. Incredible. Seriously, maybe the best boobs I've ever seen in a movie. And you don't even fully see them. It's like a tease. The lead girl, as I mentioned previously, might be my favorite girl in cinema history. Definitely in the tops, right? I mean, you got Jennifer Connelly up there. You know, you got those. She almost is almost like an Italian. I believe she's Italian. An Italian version of almost Jennifer Connelly to me. I believe she's Italian. This girl has green eyes, freckles, dark hair. Insane. Totally insane. Her eyes are insane. Her facial expressions in this movie, totally insane. The nonverbals, and there's a lot of nonverbal in this film, especially from the lead girl. Her nonverbals, facially unreal. I was obsessed with just watching the little intricacies of how her face is moving in the film. Who is that? It's you, yourself. That's a theme. Teasing. Skin and eyes and thighs. Skin and eyes and thighs. Imagination and its connection with reading and its connection with money. A strange maze. The essence of time. White curtains. Opera music, the color red, a girl taking the lead in spying. Typically in films, especially erotic films or psychosexual horror films, guys are always taking the lead in spying on a girl through a keyhole, peeping Tom, all that kind of stuff. But there's something so erotic, so special, so unique, so rare about a girl doing it. When a girl is peeping on a guy or another girl, it's incredible. It's like on another level. There's something so special about it and erotic about it, especially this lead girl. I remember a long time ago when I was young, I found out that there was a girl who was climbing a tree outside of my window and spying on me because she was like, I guess, infatuated with me. Well, I had a crush on this girl. Like, I was obsessed with this girl, but I didn't know her. And then I come to find out after the fact that she was peeping on me. And I absolutely thought that was the hottest thing ever. Not creepy at all. Just totally hot. Of course, we eventually went out, and then she broke up with me very quickly. before it really kind of went anywhere. But just that in the tree was incredible. There's elements in this film of Coraline, Alice in Wonderland, The Secret Garden, and Suspiria. Get that again. Coraline, Alice in Wonderland, The Secret Garden, and Suspiria. There's fortune telling in this film, secret passageways. How do you watch? How do you watch? This is a movie about watching. I know of a girl, unique to anybody else, that when the television is on, or when there's a movie on, or when there's anything is on television, it could be a show or a movie, nothing else exists. Do you know how rare that is? Completely transfixed, completely inside. Nothing else exists at all. Just the show or the movie. Do you know how rare that is? Do you know how beautiful that is? How do you watch? How do I watch? When I watch a movie, it's not entertainment. That's way too simple. It's another world. It is the world. It is reality. It is connection, intimacy. Whenever you watch a movie, you are never alone, because there were 150 people in the closing credits who put their blood, sweat, and tears and passion into the film. How do you watch it? This is a movie about watching, and it's possibly a movie about watching this movie. Ballet is in this film, and I mentioned Suspiria before. Fantasy, wonder, imagination, curiosity. There's a quote, "You should be afraid of your own body." Is the body something that can lead you astray? In levels of religious theology, they will call the body's desires the flesh, the fleshly temptations that can lead you to death. Okay, the sins of the flesh leading you to death and destruction or eternal damnation. Is the body just sophisticated garbage? You can see with people with ALS, you can see people trapped in their own bodies with disease. Their minds are there, but their bodies are a prison. That is a theme even in the movie 1972's Private Parts, when they talk about that in regards to gender, being inside of another gender's body when the inside is not you. That's from Private Parts. We also have those aspects of people who have a body but don't have a mind anymore with dementia. Okay, these are the themes that we think about. So there's almost a section in here where you're distrusting the body that you are also focused upon in this film. Religion and the body and punishment. Themes. Is the body beautiful? Are the desires of the body beautiful? Which ones are, which ones aren't? Or is it just a denial of feelings should happen altogether? Does music help digest food? Candlelight and dinner table darkness. The electricity goes out, yet everybody stays there. How do you live out a story? That's a big theme in this film, honey. Living out a story. A dream within a dream. Fantasy within a fantasy. Twists and turns. Believe me, you're being played with. There's an aspect of the character of LL Cool J in Halloween H2O. Do you remember his character if you've seen that film? He's a romance writer. He's writing stories for intimacy. As a matter of fact, in Halloween H2O, he reads pieces of his story to his, I believe, wife or significant other on the phone while he's on duty, security guard duty, and she gets fired up. She gets aroused by it. And he gets aroused by writing it, but also by speaking it. The power of stories. The power of stories. Stories within stories. A film of magic, wonder, desire, sexual desire, and mystery, and fantasy, and beauty. 1981's Honey.